Hey folks, it's time for another custom lesson. This one has been requested once again by illMatick. So here's the request. The guardian spirit will be the lightning bird and snake. Cores on the bird guardian spirit will be lightning Oni-bi, snake, and then whatever. And then on the snake guardian spirit, Shuten Doji, and then I can pick whatever I want. The weapons will be sword and fists, and this player was going for something that mirrored Sasuke's summons and jutsus. I've watched Naruto a bit, but I don't know that much. So let's just show you what I'm working with first. So first things first, we got my Demon Horde Katana and Tsuchikumo Clawed Fists. All I cared about are Corruption and Life Drain Active Skill. Anything else is merely extra. That's pretty much it. So what about my soul cores and what I'm working with? So first things first, Ame-no-Mitori. I'm using Yatsu-no-Kami since that's what was asked. If you do use poison, which this setup does, courtesy of Shirohami, then Yatsu-no-Kami is great to boost to rank 30. These are great stats, especially melee damage versus poison enemy, which is going to happen. Anima charge is always nice. Next, I was tasked with using Thunderstorm Oni-bi. Feel free to use it. You can boost this up if you're using, other things to help you generate elemental sorts of attacks, but I didn't bother boosting it. All I cared about was yokai ability Ki Pulse, and last but not least, a very interesting choice here with One-Eyed Oni. One-Eyed Oni is one of those cores that kind of gets dismissed quite handily, but I had a lot of fun with it, especially in Yokai Shift, so you'll see how that plays out. Now, as for Shirohami, which was specifically requested, so Shuten Doji I had to put on there, but by putting this on there, I only have 10 attunement. So this was a little tricky to work with, but I decided instead to go with a sort of theme of area denial. So we have Yatsu-no-Kami, we have Lightning Oni-bi, and we're using Shuten Doji. So we already have the advantage of poison, lightning, and now with Doji we have fire. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do a fire breath. Is there other area denial things I can use? Absolutely, we have Bakegani. So yeah, very handy to have access to water and fire and lightning and poison, which is great. And then of course you can use purity weapons or corrupted weapons. There's no right or wrong answer to that, but we have access to confusion on basically everything, which is great. All I cared about stat-wise was yokai ability Ki Pulse. I would recommend boosting this up as high as you can because these two stats are great, especially just reducing all the damage you take. When it comes to Shuten Doji, you can get extra break, but it's not like that big of a deal. So you don't need to boost this one up unless you're attached to other special effects, which I wasn't. And then Kiryoki makes a return. So I wanted something that could help me reliably proc poison. So the choices with 10 attunement are very limited. So I had Magatsu Warrior Gaki, which I didn't want to use. And I just eventually settled on Kiryoki as a very quick area denial core. So yeah, you can activate poison or inflict poison with Kiryoki, and the stats on this are pretty helpful. Not to mention, it has synergy with the Lightning Oni-bi in extending your elemental weapon in case you do that. And all I cared about really was yokai ability Ki Pulse. Feel free to boost this up if you like, but if I had to say the cores to boost to the highest rank possible, probably would just be Yatsu-no-Kami. And that's it. So it's not really dependent upon having really high level soul cores or high rank soul cores, which I guess is kind of nice. Entry to this setup is definitely pretty cheap, which is great. But let's just showcase some things you can do beginning with Yokai Shift, which I think can be quite powerful. I'll just pop it right away. And then let me generate some good old charges, whatever have you. Alright, come on. So how would I open up? Well, this thing's gonna die. So how would I recommend opening up? It would be like this. So let's stagger him first. Alright, I would open up like this. You've got the lightning stagger right away, which can be very valuable. But there are other things you can do if you have the charge, which is lightning into this. Oh, you didn't even get to see it, he died. So you can open with Ame-no-Mitori into either Yatsu-no-Kami or One-Eyed Oni, but you'll probably want to start with this first. And then attack a bunch. Use the Oni-bi as an extra attack. And then go into a grapple. It's so fast, in my opinion, it's kind of hard to process. So let me show it. So you got all these attacks, right? And then you can use the Oni-bi at the very end for an extra attack. And then I find that what you can do usually is hit a downed opponent, just grapple them right away. So let me show it in action. You got Yatsu-no-Kami, you're gonna charge in, you're gonna attack a bunch. Oh, I guess I didn't do it the best. Let me try that again. Then we attack, yeah. I guess he didn't fall down quickly enough. And then the other way, you can use One-Eyed Oni with this setup. Is as follows. Well, let me just show this. Show this first, and then I'll show how I use One-Eyed Oni. My bad. Okay, come on. I usually like to use it after doing a charge attack. Because I find that I don't have to worry too much about tracking issues that One-Eyed Oni can have. Because I'm oriented pretty squarely on my target, and it can be very valuable to effectively guarantee that stagger. And then do Oni. It can be very powerful as a result. But what about Brute? Brute is all about area denial with this setup. So you can kind of almost play at range. It's kind of ridiculous. And you have access to damage over time setups. And it can be pretty ridiculous. So it's almost contradictory in that the Brute setup, you kind of want to be at range. And you can afford to be, which is pretty wild. Don't even really have to be close. And yeah, it's very surprising how effective it can be. Let's just show it on a human to give you an idea of what's possible. Dude, you blocked it? Oh, can't block that. So yeah, definitely very powerful and a lot of fun to work with. And especially with these weapons, it can be pretty interesting to combo with all these elements together. Very nice. But yeah, when you learn how to use One-Eyed Oni with this setup, it's actually quite a standout. Like that. Or like, not like that because of the wall. Alright, let's show some other things. Fists are gonna make a mess of this enemy, poor guy. So maybe it'd be more appropriate to show it on a Yoki. Whoops. Weird angle, but it worked out okay. Let's show some more things. Dude, he's just gonna die, isn't he? Yep. There's some ideas. Devastation! Really? You dodged that? How did you dodge that? Okay. Well, you can't dodge death, I guess. Okay. Let's get on to a Yoki. Good job, you died. There's a lot of speed potential with this, it's pretty wild. What are you doing? You're dying, that's what you're doing, okay. Let's just show like one more combo against each. I think that'll be fine. Okay. Ah, that didn't work out. I didn't keep pulse in time. Oh, I guess I'm getting a little sloppy. Oh well, stuff happens. Here's another one. Go away. Okay, close enough. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. You'll have to see how I worked with this. It was overall pretty fun. I will see you guys soon enough. Alright, let's put this to the test in the usual scroll of the dam. So I've done this one before, and it involves Saika Magoichi, a purple one at the very end. So we're basically only fighting humans. So this can get pretty interesting, especially with a lot of confusion zero-key combos. And as you can see, even right now, this poor human opponent is basically only going to be able to block, which makes my life a little annoying. But also it just means there's basically no threat, which I guess is fine. Alright, let's get that Azuna drop. Let's see what is next. Reverse impact into Bakegani. He blocked everything, felt bad. That's okay, he's gonna pay for it with his life. Bakegani works really well there. And look at that damage. Excellent. And get out of here. Excellent. Alright, first target dead. But this scroll can take quite a difficult turn if you aren't paying attention, because there's a lot of ranged opponents like that cannon shots. Oh my god, that frustrated me quite a bit. So you gotta be very careful. So you need to kill these adds as quickly as you can. So even if the Yatsu-no-Kami use wasn't the best, I still was able to use it to help me kill things. And now we're just gonna be dealing with regular human opponents. Nothing too fancy, and fists are fantastic at dealing with them. But I actually had quite a bit of luck just using the sword, which allowed me to take things a little bit more, I guess, sanely. I don't have to play as fast. And target's dead. Awesome. Great. let's get some full anima. Alright, we gotta make sure this enemy doesn't interrupt me. She can be very annoying. And we've got that ad right there, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm getting shot at from everywhere, and I just panicked, used one-eyed Oni, which didn't work out too well. So you gotta plan your use of that soul core, and then it can feel really good. But right now it's a little difficult for me to pull it off, just given what I have to work with. So I need to kill this opponent as quickly as I can, because another one will spawn in, and you know, it's annoying that one human who blocks and shoots stuff, two of them. So, alright, semi-decent use of one-eyed Oni to help me get another Azuna drop, which is great. I used Flowing Shadow because I thought it would hit, and it didn't, and then I used Yatsu-no-Kami to kill, so whatever. Mistake was made, but then it was corrected for. Alright, let's go. Let's combo this enemy to death using as much forward motion and pressure as possible, which the setup is really good for. Oh, got blocked. Alright, flash attack remedied that. Azuna drop once again. Let's see what I can go with. A full-blown Morning Moon. Yatsu-no-Kami works well. I didn't use the Azuna drop at the right moment, but it was still pretty powerful. I was trying to do Severing Spin into one-eyed Oni. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. Oh well. Now we've got the meat and potatoes. Saika Magoichi. And so what's surprising is that it's actually resistant to lightning, so lightning Oni-bi is only going to serve as a cancel core. It won't allow me to slow him down. So right now I'm just trying to make sure I can set up the pressure non-stop, because that is going to be very important to dealing with him. I've already applied confusion. I was close in applying poison, but it didn't work out. Nonetheless, let's go in with Beyond Infinity. I believe I missed the third wave, but he's just down long enough anyway for me to get off. the final hit. Sorry, not the third wave, the final hit. But oh well, let's go into the Yokai Shift. I've had enough of this crap. Alright, let's do some combos. So first, I open with Shirohami and get him poisoned, burst counter. I dodge that. I was trying to pull off Shuten Doji to inflict fire so that I could basically kill him with damage over time. It just wasn't working out. And so my Yokai Shift use wasn't the best this time, but hey, he's still taking that poison damage, which is very handy. Poison is not something to be underestimated. Excellent. Oh, I was hoping to get the chicken bone. That's okay. Alright, he's over halfway dead, and no, I got grabbed. Feels bad, but it's okay because I got Shuten Doji with extraction and life drain and life recovery, so I'm going to get all my health back without too much trouble. And courtesy of the defense bonus from Shuten Doji, I didn't die, because otherwise I'm pretty sure I would have died. Alright, Yatsu-no-Kami, do Yatsu-no-Kami things by going away. Thanks, buddy, I really appreciate the reliability right now. Alright, pretty decent what I'd only use. I've got him down pretty low on HP, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable and confident that I've got this fight in the bag. Unfortunately, some of my moves, I just wasn't placing it right. It's kind of one of those situations in which you start messing up once and you keep messing up, and it's just like, can I just reset? And so I was just trying to reset, and I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right, but you're gonna see how it's just like, oh, I could have clinched it just a little bit, but then I mess it up like there, and then another miss, and so I'm just frustrated and I want him dead. Got lucky there with Kurama Sword Dance. I probably could have died. Excellent. Ooh, one-eyed Oni. Dang it, he dodged out the way. But you know how you're gonna die? I'm gonna parry you, and then you're gonna die, and now you're dead. So while I didn't perform the best, the setup still carried me pretty well, and if I had played better, you would have seen it shine even further. In any case, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was fun, and I'll see you guys next time.